How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Welcome to the 15th episode of Don't Buy, You Don't Need It, Whole Store Edition. Now, before I go through the whole economy and basically poo-poo over every single store there is, do realize that these are just my opinions. Sometimes you might feel like these stores are important for you. Maybe they give you a great utility. And even myself, I do go to them sometimes as well. As I'm going through every type of store, you might go, wow, BeatTheBush, you don't go anywhere. You don't buy anything, it seems. If everybody is like you, the whole economy basically is going to collapse because nobody is going to be buying anything. Yes, it is true. It almost seems like I never buy anything. I do go to the grocery store and buy fresh foods. I don't buy any processed foods, of course, but I also buy a good deal of electronics. So those stores, well, they're going to survive, I guess. Now, with that said, let me begin with gas station stores. Now, anything at a gas station is likely going to be a little bit marked up, like sodas, candies, chips, and things like that. Now, you might also have other kinds of automotive stuff that you might not need, but you might want to buy it there if it's an emergency. So a lot of people will actually use a gas station kind of like a convenience store. You just keep on buying stuff there. You buy like chips, you buy, drinks and stuff. But if you save yourself and just go to a grocery store instead and just buy it there, you're going to get it in larger quantities. You're going to get it for cheaper. Yes, it's not as convenient, but you just need a little bit of planning and you don't have to go to the gas station as much. Now, I will go to gas stations to buy certain things, but this is on a very, very rare occasion. For example, if I'm on a long distance drive, I want a drink or something, sure, I'm going to buy it. But this is after I exhaust my drink supply that I brought with me on that long distance drink. Usually I plan enough that, I would have enough drinks for at least one way of the trip. Maybe on the way back, I might run out. So then I might stop at a gas station. So suffice to say, gas station stuff, you shouldn't be buying on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes it is good for convenience, and sometimes you can buy after all. The second thing is discount clothing stores as well as outlets. To me, whenever I go to these stores and I look at the prices, it's usually not at a price at which I'm willing to pay. For some reason, when I go to normal stores at the mall, as long as you just watch out for sales and things like that, I feel like the sales at the mall, I can get it for cheaper than if I just go to a regular discount store and buy whatever clothes there. Sometimes the prices will be comparable. So why don't I just buy clothes at a regular store rather than getting something of inferior quality for about the same price? Outlet stores I also don't enjoy too much because, the last 3 times that I went to an outlet store, whenever I buy the thing, at the moment, it looked like a good idea, but by the time I bring it back, I usually find something wrong with it down the line. There's maybe a piece of fabric is slightly a little lopsided or something, or maybe there'll be a hole at a certain place that I didn't spot. They generally produce specific outlet quality stuff for outlet stores, so you're not going to get the same quality as the regular stores. Now, I'm not an expert at this. I don't go to the outlets all that much, so maybe you have a different experience. So personally, for me, I make it a rule to, basically never go to outlets. So I never go to an outlet area. I don't drive an hour or two just to go to the outlet to buy something for really cheap, spend a whole day there or something. So this whole industry, it's just completely wiped out for me. I haven't bought anything at an outlet for, last 10 years at least. So, this is just something that is, not on my plate and I never have to spend money on. The third item is whole Paycheck grocery store. Now, I'm not going to name the name of the store. You obviously probably can tell which store I'm talking about. For that store, my general experience is whenever I've gone in it, and I've gone in it plenty of times, it's very rare that I would find something for a really good deal. Sometimes I might be able to buy something that is rare that other stores don't offer. So they offer things that are, sort of premium. So sometimes you can find premium things. For example, I like to buy chanterelle mushrooms. They're these little golden mushrooms. They go very well sauteed with butter. And yes, they would be priced at a premium level, but this is what I expect. If you go there and buy, regular white mushroom, you're gonna get charged a little bit more, maybe $5 a pound rather than $3 a pound at a regular place. So you're looking at whatever normal stuff there is that you can buy at a regular store is likely going to cost you maybe like 50% more overall. So when you go to a whole Paycheck grocery store, it's likely going to be hard to find regular everyday items for just as cheap as, the cheaper grocery stores. Now, where do I go instead? I go to a whole bunch of other stores, usually the non-national brand ones. Sometimes they're more local ones. Sometimes they're cheaper, so you just gotta have a feel for which stores are cheaper. Don't be afraid to explore. Go check out other, smaller grocery stores. Sometimes you might be surprised. I recently found one that's quite a bit cheaper for seafood and stuff as well. The fourth item is dedicated liquor stores. Now, sometimes they have big stores that sells, vodka, beers and stuff. And this is all they sell. I'm surprised that they have such stores that only sell liquors. They're not just regular small liquor stores. They're like a big grocery store size, and they only sell liquor. It is my personal choice. I think I made this choice maybe half a year ago to 1 year ago to not drink as much. So I try to not drink as much these days. Sometimes I might be convinced to do so. So, this is kind of like a relapse, I would consider, but I still have a stock of liquor at my home, and I still drink it every now and then, but I try not to drink too much. I try not to buy as much beer when I go out. And these days, I don't go to the grocery store. I haven't bought beer at a grocery store for at least a year or two now. So if you make this choice, you're likely going to be healthier. I feel like my kidneys are thanking me. I feel like my health is better. I feel like, if I don't drink a few drinks, the next day recovery time, I don't have to recover at all. I feel, generally healthier. And just by doing this, you're going to save a lot of money just from not spending money on alcohol because, alcohol is pretty expensive. The fifth and final thing is boba tea and coffee. This is obvious and people talk about this all the time. Make your own coffee, make your own milk tea. Coffee people have talked about, but milk tea, there's a lot of milk tea stores these days. And I know some people that keep on going out to buy milk teas. Maybe they like the bobas or something, but personally I make my own milk tea and I make it to such a level, okay? And I have this video on how to make really good milk tea that it beats the regular milk tea places. Now there are a few that are still better than my own personal milk tea, but those are few and rare. For example, I tried the cheese foam milk tea over in New York, and that was really good, and that would be something I will spend my money on. And sometimes I have milk foam milk tea, and those are really good. So going to buy regular milk tea, just the regular kind, is probably a waste of money if you build up your skills at home so that you can make it yourself. These days, I've gotten a little bit even more fancier and not use dairy. I use almond milk, and I've even tried cashew milks that some of you guys have suggested. Unfortunately, though, I still feel like almond milk tastes a little bit better than cashew. Cashew has this extra flavor to it that you may or may not like. I feel like this takes away from my milk tea because it detracts from it. There's this extra cashew flavor. I might feel like it some days and some not, but just my initial impression, I only tried it once so far. I feel like almond is a better contender for replacing milk for myself. So I hope this was interesting for you, and I can go on and on about any single industry, and you do realize that for any category, I still go to it sometimes. It's just that I don't make it a habit to go, all the time. I make it an exception. It would be an exception for me to go to a boba tea store. It would also bring me all that much more satisfaction because it would be an elevated satisfaction level because I only go to the really, really, really good places. I hope you enjoyed this way of thinking of not going to full categories of stores and helping you save money and therefore improving your net worth all that much faster. If you're interested in supporting this channel, now don't think of it as spending money. Think of it as supporting this channel because perhaps it helps you reduce your spending and increase your net worth all that much faster. If you're interested, I have my Honey Badger Infinification t-shirt sale down in the video description below. There's other ways to support this channel, such as through my Audible link where you can get a free audiobook. And if you don't like this audiobook or this service, you can cancel it before the subscription expires and you can still keep this audiobook for free and help benefit this channel. I have a Patreon over here, and some of you have commented really long things in the comment section or sent me messages through Facebook. Sometimes they are very detailed, and I leave those generally for Patreon, where I would respond much quicker, especially if you're asking something really complex. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel over here and click that bell icon next to that subscribe button so that you get a new notification whenever I upload a brand new video. Thanks for watching.